Hey, boys and girls, the year is 2065, and wait for it, the humans are fighting amongst themselves. I know, big shocker, but this is where we are when we drop into Mal Goes to War. Mal is an AI, sentient AI, I may add, and he has been checking out this whole human war thing. Basically, we've got the Federalists, who are all about the technology, augmentation, servos, bionic eyes, extra memory space in their brains, all that good stuff. On the other hand, we have the humanists where it's nature, quit screwing with it, just leave us alone. People really shouldn't be turning themselves into the $6 million man. Anyhow, they're fighting amongst themselves. Mal, against the advice of his friends, Flippy, yes, I do love these names, very tongue in cheek, and Help Desk, other sentient AIs, decides that curiosity, it kills cats, not programs. So hijacks a drone just so that he can fly around, see what's going on. And when I say hijack, he's not operating these remotely as an AI. He has transferred himself into this device. Something happens. He wants to get a little bit better look. So he sits there and he transfers himself into an enhanced human. And pretty much everything goes wrong from there. During the fighting, the humanists take out some of the comm towers so that the Federalists can no longer remotely control their drones, etc., and so forth. And now Mal's got no way to get himself back out to infospace. He's stuck in a human. Most of the rest of the story is him trying to get back to infospace. but most of Mal's plans do not work well because, first of all, Mal wasn't planning on this. He didn't, bring a whole lot of data with him as he's dropping from place to place. It's just him. So, he doesn't have GPS anymore. The comms are down. He doesn't have a storage of what the map looked like, etc., and so forth. So he's got to convince these humans that A, not to murderize him, and B, to help him out here. So Mal finds himself as he's hanging out with the monkeys, as they like to call the humans, that he is starting to, maybe care for some of these people. And we're in the middle of a war, hence the name, Mal Goes to War. Anybody who knows me knows that I basically have a couple of protagonists on the top of my list. I don't quite have a Mount Rushmore yet because there's not four of them, who just happen to be a little bit inorganic, or at least mostly inorganic. Obviously, Martha Wells, everybody's favorite sec unit. Murderbot is on the top of that list. And most of the time she's hanging out with Brittle from Sea of Rust by Cargill. I hope I pronounced that right, by the way. And yeah, I think they might have to make a little bit of room here. Mal has got my sense of humor. This story is very quick paced. It is a very easy read. Clocked in at just over 300 pages. I think it was like 304. By the way, shout out to the author, Edward Ashton, and the publisher, St. Martin's, for getting me a copy of the ARC. This book actually comes out on April 9th. Really appreciate the chance to get to read this early. And, Mal's just worked himself up that list, and he's kind of hanging out with those two right now. Absolutely. This book I'm going to give 4.5 stars to for Goodreads. Goodreads doesn't like half points. Can't knock it down, bumping it up to a 5. I'm not saying there's going to be a sequel. There's enough left over that I could see a sequel happening, but it would have to be a completely different story, just to set in the same world. It is very self-contained. So for those of you who don't want to get themselves buried, right now this is very much a standalone. I just would love to see more of Mal and maybe Clippy. But that's me. What can I say? Anyhow, if you're seeing this before April 2nd, also keep an eye out. I'm actually going to do an interview with the author, 7 p.m. Central, Tuesday night. If you're seeing this after April 2nd, then yeah, I'm going to put up a link here, and you can go watch that. Anyhow, thoroughly love this book. I can't wait to read what's happening next. I actually got I've got Mickey 7 hanging out over here in the corner as well. So I've already got something in the back pocket to read. Can't wait for the interview. Can't wait to read more about this author, and enjoy it. I I wouldn't feel too bad about recommending this to almost anyone. Except mom. Mom is a little cussing. You've been warned. All right, take care, guys. Have a good one.